So I was moderating a session here at KCRS that was related to the tumor microenvironment and different predictive and prognostic factors that are emerging. I have to tell you, lots of really exciting avenues that emerged from this. One thing in particular that intrigued me was PARP inhibitors in renal cell carcinoma. We hear a lot about PARP inhibitors in the context of ovarian cancer, breast cancer, and I never really thought about its potential in renal cell, but some very compelling preclinical data to suggest the ability to use PARP inhibitors in this disease. You know, I think that we're all really intrigued by the different treatments we have in our armamentarium now. I've been in the field for just over a decade, and I've just been amazed because I've seen the introduction of VEGF inhibitors, mTOR inhibitors, and PD-1 inhibitors, and immunotherapy. But I guess you can really put all of our treatments into those three buckets. I think one of the things that's emerging, not just from the session that I moderated, from many other sessions at this meeting, is that we're creating fourth and fifth buckets of treatment that might really introduce new pathways and new mechanisms of action that are going to be really promising for kidney cancer patients. You know, what's so unique about KCRS and what I've seen so far here is that we do have many clinically oriented meetings, but there are few meetings that truly bring together a wide array of basic scientists and clinicians. And one of the unique elements here is that I'm really dabbling in different pathways and different mechanisms of action that I would have never considered before as a pure clinician. So I think that building those bridges, understanding how I can contribute to translational studies, studies where we develop new biomarkers from trials that I'm running, and also ways in which I can extract from the scientists new drugs and new pathways to really exploit for my patients is one of the biggest developments coming out of this meeting. I actually think that a white paper can come out of this meeting that really focuses on the different mechanisms that underlie renal cell carcinoma as one potential portion of this manuscript. The second portion can really underlie, for instance, the different technologies that we have that have been presented at this meeting. And the third section can really veer on the hypothetical and say, okay, we've got these new pathways, we've got these new technologies for delivery, let's put them together and postulate some clinical trials. So I really think that a manuscript can come out of this that would be incredibly informative, and I challenge Drs. Choueiri and Hammers to lead that effort. There's no doubt in my mind that KCRS really needs to continue on. It's such a unique venue for us, again, to really bring together basic scientists and clinicians. There's nothing like it that I've been exposed to in the past. And I think that as the years go by, we're really going to see the fruits of this labor. Having said that, with the steering committee that you've put together, led by Dr. Hammers and Choueiri, once they put their mind to something, I have no doubt that you're going to see future iterations of this meeting. They're just amazing.